So here we are. Good morning. Good Friday morning to everyone. Here we are at the Socrates Center, and here's Socrates being a sassy pants. I braided his mane, and it's coming out, of course. I braided the long parts of his mane to try to tie them in with this short area. This is all new growth here. He had lost this entire section of mane when he was up in the dry, what I call the dry lands, the desert. The Tamarindo area, the lowlands, we were at about 800 feet. Now we're at 2,600 feet, quite a difference. And I have to say, fingers crossed, he is doing better than ever. Better than really anywhere that I have lived with this horse. And that's really a good thing, because I could not have predicted that. I could not have known that when I moved to this area. But as you can see, this is what he's got all day. So why wouldn't he be happy and healthy? Lots to eat. A lot of greenery, a lot of fruit trees. Guava is one of the things that horses really love. There's their sweetheart Carino, and she grew out her mane since she's been here, and she looks really remarkably healthy as well. But I've not seen her anything but healthy. But this guy, he's been through quite a lot. So I was I was trying to shoot some video earlier, take pictures of his mane, and he was literally pulling hay out of his bag and throwing it at me. This is how sassy he can be. You're just a sassy frass, aren't you? Mr. Sassafras, how's it going? And his hooves are looking very good, I have to say. Fingers crossed. I'm learning how to file to trim the hooves. I had the shoes removed a couple of weeks ago. We're going to take a little ride today, so I'm going to take a closer look at them. But he's also getting better at handing me his hoof. Right? Come on. There we go. Good boy. He used to really fight me with this, but there's a nice muddy hoof. You can't really tell anything from this, but what I'm doing is just trying to habituate him to handing me a hoof without any kind of resistance, which he has had to really learn, and he's doing remarkably well, I have to say. He usually does a little dance, particularly when I'm feeding him. It's, you know, it's not the most fun thing when you're kind of asking them to hand a hoof to you when you're feeding, but this is what I've been doing every day, is asking him to hand me a hoof, and he has to do all four of them without moving his body. He can continue to eat. He does not have to move away from his hay bag. I make sure that he's in a stable area. Oh, there's his disgruntled, oh yeah, she makes me do this every day. I know, I'm so cruel, Socrates. I mean, you couldn't have a more cruel human own you. It's so true. Anyway, so he's looking really good. The hooves are very healthy. Took him up about a week ago. The shoes had been off for a week, so it's been about 2 weeks since the shoes have been removed. And just to make sure that those hooves don't get overgrown or split, I will pull him up to the shelter area and trim the hooves with the rasp. But that was my Christmas present, early. And look at Lucy. She's sitting here supervising. Are you supervising? Are you supervising, sweetheart? And Mr. Scooby, if I take a short walk up here, past Carino, who's enjoying her breakfast. Are you enjoying your breakfast, sweetheart? And she's so sweet. I mean, watch this. I mean, this is really remarkable. All I have to do is come close, and look at that. I didn't even have to put my hand on her. She just handed me her hoof. Look at that. Excellent. And how about the back one? Can you give me the back one? She knows, so she's doing a little weight shift, because she knows I'm going to ask for this back one. And this is, by the way, not easy for her, given that she's on an incline on mud. Good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. I don't need to do that with you, do I? I know, but I'm showing Socrates that I'm just as cruel to you as I am to him. Too funny. So, as I trip here, there are rocks, and look, this is what I'm walking on, so if the lens seems jiggly, that's the reason. So, up here, up at this shed area, that's where I take the horses to do their grooming and fix their hooves up. And there's Mr. Scooby. Might be hard to see him, but he's up there managing the whole process. You can see he's on a little bit of it's a perfect place for him. He's perched up so he can see everything that's going on. What are you doing, Scoob? What are you doing? Are you supervising and protecting the hay bales? Excellent. Good boy.